The stem of the problem is wasting food. We have no problem with growing food. We have so much food available. We have so much abundance of food that we could feed everybody.
It's estimated that 1 in 4 community college students comes from a household that's food insecure. And what that means is they don't know where their next meal is coming from.
It's just the way that we go about how after we've already cooked it, and what do we do with it after that? Is it still good? You know, can we feed other people with it? It's just thinking differently about how we go about not growing more, you know, just thinking about the issue in a different way to where everyone can eat. Food recovery, food waste, I mean, that is a global issue that needs to be tackled starting on the community level. If we solve the problem of food waste as a planet, we have no more hunger issues. 40% of all food waste, you know, all food goes into the trash.
Our food waste and recovery project. Faculty came together as a group and said, we really want to tackle food waste. And this happens in a number of ways. But how it's different now is thinking about our industry and how we're bringing in food and making sure that, number 1, it gets to people, number 2, it gets to animals. The last choice is to compost.
So in this hydroponic greenhouse, I manage the cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, leafy greens, and herb production. All of this goes into the culinary center where the students use it to practice in their classes. This partnership with Brightwater Culinary Center and Cobblestone Farm started a couple of years ago, and in December 2017, the greenhouse was officially open. You can tell behind me we have a lot of produce and a lot of green material that needs to go somewhere. So whether it be from clippings or fruit that is not used in the culinary classes, there's a lot of potential to use that material in composting. At this facility, we have an awesome composting machine. It's called the Earth Tub. Once you have the Earth Tub to capacity, it can take around 30 to 60 days to have a finished compost product.
Very vital for us to have an in-house composting program. We manage it here at the greenhouse, and it shows the students that closed loop of their waste is then turned into compost that is then applied to the garden beds here at the school, and then we pick the food that is grown here, and the circle is now complete.
To date, we've produced over 5,000 pounds with the 3,000 square foot exterior garden and this 2,000 square foot hydroponic greenhouse.
Brightwater strives to be a different kind of culinary school, one that gives students a very broad perspective on the food system, so much so that one of the very first prerequisites is a food systems class. And we didn't want to just talk the talk, we also wanted to walk the walk. So one of our very most important programs here is the food recovery program. In the whole year and a half that we've been open, that's taken many forms. It's driven by instructor interests. We worked with Campus Kitchen, which is a nationwide project of colleges across the country to help recover food from their campuses and from local restaurants.
What's really cool within the community, I mean, we have the restaurants that are helping out as well with the food recovery, things that can be used again. They call up Brightwater, they come gather all the food. We have what's called food loops, which helps with composting, anything that's not edible but can still be used for the environment. They come in, they give a helping hand. And then we also have, you know, composting on sites in our greenhouse and helping with sustainability and lessen the carbon footprint. And with the helps of the food banks and pantries that are out there within Northwest Arkansas, I mean, it's really being beneficial, and we're really getting the food out to the people that are in need.
How Brightwater is different is what we focus on. We are a food systems-based approach in the curriculum. When we have excess food, number 1, we'll put it in a refrigerator and label and dated, so our students are not food insecure. There is always food available for free for our students. Furthermore, we take excess food, whether it's donated or part of the class program, and we value add it. We'll create an individual serving size or a family serving size. We'll package it up, and then we'll turn it over to our community partners for distribution throughout the community. That is really how we approach food waste. It's not a class. It's not something that you study theoretically. It's what we do every day. We're partnering with the entire 8th Street Market and Food Loops to make sure we're recycling products, that we're using the organic matter in any way that we can, and continue to try to lead in this area, certainly within culinary education.